You're stuck. You can't get leads. You can't dispo your deals. You can't even find a deal to get under contract. You are broke and struggling. If this is how you feel right now, I get it. I used to be there. We have hundreds of thousands of people that used to be there. But the way to get deals and the way to have success in this industry is not to buy another wholesaling real estate coaching program. The reason why you're struggling right now is not because of a software, a tool, a type of lead, or your market. Most of the time, you have to look back in the mirror and figure out that you are the reason why you're having no success. And so this is a video that I think every single wholesaler needs to watch, because the reason why you absolutely suck right now is most likely, the dang truth, is you just have not put enough hours in this business. You hear everyone talk about, oh, to become successful, you must become consistent. And consistency isn't like the actual reason why you're successful or not successful in wholesaling. The honest to dang truth, it's because you didn't put enough hours. Because if you show up every single day consistently, you are going to go and put a stupid amount of hours. And the honest truth is you're most likely not going to be getting wholesaling real estate deals going into your bank account, right? Wires or checks in your bank account every single month until you probably hit 1,000 hours. That's just the truth about wholesaling real estate. Now, you might want to cry about it. You might want to, oh no, that's terrible. Okay, no, I'm just going to buy someone's coaching program to tell me this. And yeah, I mean, you can kind of pay like fast pass to get in front of everyone by not paying a coaching program, but you can just go buy a bunch of leads from like the X Leads PPL and sure, go crazy with that. But the truth here is most of you don't have 5 or 6 grand just to go out in front of here and get leads right now to go and close them. And heck, if you use like the X Leads PPL and then you go out here and drop the 6 or 7 grand to buy a bunch of those $24 leads, you probably don't even know how to close them because you didn't have enough hours talking to motivated sellers. You probably haven't gone through Wholesaling.com and learned actually how to talk to sellers to close them correctly. Because even with the PPL stuff, you got to be really good at closing sellers to really have a good ROI there. So the truth here is you can't even buy your way to success, right? Because you just dropped 10 grand of like PPC, right? If you can't close them, you're screwed. So it's not like you pay to get in front of everyone, get all the leads. You can't even close these suckers. And so you got to put your 1,000 hours. And the first 20 hours should be going through my free real estate course. It's called freewholesaling.com. Now, not to make this a pitch fest. I mean, it's a free course. There's no upsells. There's no, oh, there's a private webinar at the end of this. No. The truth here is it's 20 hours. It used to be 200 hours. I actually condensed it to 20 hours. Took about a year to do. But it's the first 20 hours. Get the education out of wholesale, the scripts, the AI coach, all that free stuff. Okay, now you go through the wholesaling course. Now you have to put 980 hours into something else. And this is where you're going to be splitting it on an 80-20 split, which means basically 784 of those hours out of the 980 needs to be used towards something. And then the 196 is towards something else. And so what I basically mean by this is 784 of these hours needs, and not a kind of, or it should, but it is a must that has to go out here and be towards marketing, calling, texting, digital bandit signs, trying for dollars, reverse trying for dollars. I don't care what it is. You want to guarantee your success. You want to become one of the most successful wholesalers of all time. You have to first put your 1,000 hours in. And it's not even that hard. I mean, that's like 6 months at 40 hours a week or 20 hours, which anyone can do part-time for a year straight. Now, I'm not going to say, oh, you're going to be broke till you hit the 1,000 hours. Like, I'm not even saying that. All I'm literally telling you is if you put 1,000 hours in, it's going to be really hard for you not to consistently get deals in your bank account every single month. I mean, you make 200 grand before you hit 1,000 hours. I mean, I hit about 200K before I put a real 1,000 hours in this business. So you can do the same thing. And dude, I was a stupid teenager. Like, you can do the same exact thing. But so many people get so daunted and scared about what it truly takes to become successful. Focus on just 1,000 hours. I mean, you can time yourself like a weird person. I mean, I probably wouldn't quantify it like that, but just doing 1,000 hours, that is all it takes. And then when it comes to actually going out here and paying for systems, buying X leads, SMS blasting, all the stuff, right? Then you actually have the knowledge, right, to actually go out here and go crazy, right? Because the way I kind of look at marketing tools and all these things, right? You are like the Ferrari, right? So you're the Ferrari, right? Think about you as the car, and the money you put into the business is the gas. So if you're really, really good and knowledgeable and you're spending no money, it's like you're putting no gas in the Ferrari. Like, it's not going to go anywhere, right? But also, if your knowledge base and how good you are talking to sellers, it might be like a Toyota Camry and you're racing other Ferraris. Like, it's going to suck. Now I'm going to put a lot of gas in my Toyota Camry and beat everyone out. Now, if you got a Miata, a Supra, okay, not bad. But like, you don't even need to be a Ferrari either, right? I mean, most Ferraris are going to break down in a race. I'll be honest. Give me like Honda Civic Type R. Yeah, give me one of those, you're good to go. I mean, even just give me a Corvette. Like if you gave me a ZR1, and I'm trying to get into car talk right now, but a ZR1 at 120 grand, right? I'm going to beat a Ferrari 0 to 60, by the way. Oh, it's just a Corvette. Well, bro, that Corvette's going to destroy all of you guys. I mean, it's going to destroy a Porsche. Even your GT3 RS fanboys. Me too. But like, a lot of people are like, oh, you need to have a Ferrari, or like, you just gotta get a fast car, put the gas, boom, you're gonna beat people, right? And so many people focus so hard on being perfect. This is the thing, right? I say 1,000 hours in this business, you don't have to have like the perfect closing system to start closing sellers. You just kind of need to go from like a Honda Civic or like a Toyota Camry all the way to like a Corvette. That's all you need, right? Then you go Ferrari, Pagani, Bugatti things. But the truth here is you don't need to have the fanciest crazy car to go fast, but you can't have a cheap old like Chevy Malibu to go race like crazy. So what I tell you is don't try to become the Bugatti guy and have the greatest car, the fastest. I think gonna break down a lot. Just get a nice fast car, like your brain of how good you are talking to sellers. I mean, guys, by the way, like I'm not gonna say I'm a billionaire or I'm not a billionaire, but if I ever do become a billionaire, you'll see the signs. You'll see the yacht, the Bugatti. It would be pretty obvious when somebody offers me $1 billion to my YouTube channel and I take it, the signs will be very obvious. You're supposed to get there to the point where you got a really nice skill set towards wholesaling of closing sellers, the process, confidence with yourself, how smooth you are talking to sellers. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it can't suck. It's got to be what I call like serviceable, right? I mean, I'm Mr. Analogies today, but like you don't need to be Patrick Mahomes if you want to be a good quarterback. Be Jalen Hurts. Okay, people are gonna, all my Philly guys are gonna be mad at me for that. Be like Sam Darnold. Okay, just be serviceable quarterback. You don't need to be like the most elite guy in the world, but if you're like above average or like average or above that, that's all you need to do. And so I see so many wholesalers get so stuck of why am I not successful? Why am I not getting what I deserve? I deserve more success. And the reason why you're not having this success is most likely you haven't put 1,000 hours. And I can put about 95% of the complainers that I see in wholesaling can be put in this little like box, right? Oh, I just can't become successful. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And just yapping about how terrible your life is. The reason is you're not where you want to be at. You are nowhere near in life, especially in wholesaling, like financially, where you want to be at because you just haven't hit those 1,000 hours. 20 hours a week for a year straight, 40 hours for 6 months. After that, you're gonna have the skills to basically do everything because the other concepts I tell you, right? Everyone says, well, consistency. Well, like consistency is gonna get you to 1,000 hours. Like that's the point we're at. And the point here is those hours are gonna be built towards getting attention and eyeballs from motivated sellers. And then you actually do that, you're gonna get leads and you get all these opportunities and all these at-bats at baseball, you're gonna hit some home runs out here. The point is when you wanna start at bat, you just practice more and more and more and you obviously get better and better. And the biggest hack, secret, or whatever I could tell you towards wholesaling is the more you do the business, the more your skill sets grows. I mean, just look at Call of Duty. Okay, if you want to be above average at Call of Duty, Fortnite, FIFA, Madden, whatever video game you're going to put in, right? You, at minimum, all my video game fanboys are going to agree with me. To become average or above average, you would have to put at least a minimum 1,000 hours in that video game. So if you look at anyone that's above average at Call of Duty, they have put at minimum 1,000 hours. Some of you sweaty, Cheeto eating, live in my mama basement video game dudes are probably at like 20, 30, 40,000 hours. And trust me, as a guy that has a lot of hours on Call of Duty, I'll tell you this. I mean, it was like 2 hours a night when I was in like middle school because that's what all my friends did. And Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1 and 2 are literally the GOATs. And I have no shame in saying that I played a lot Black Ops 1. Okay, I mean, guys, if we run it back and you put me in Derise, I will destroy you in zombies, all right? I'll get to level 60 or 70 solo, bro. You can't even do that. I played so many hours with my friends on zombies on Black Ops that you ain't gonna beat me, okay? Rick Toffin is scared of me. And if you don't get that reference, probably because I'm an old man. Oh, man, wait, oh, geez, dude. Original Black Ops makes me seem like an old guy, isn't it? Oh, dude. I don't think you guys even play zombies anymore. Okay, all right, so the truth here about wholesaling, the point I'm trying to make to you is you naturally just get better and better and better. So like if you play any video games, right? I mean, I remember playing Fortnite for the first time and Warzone for the first time, right? I was really good at Call of Duty, but that was like multiplayer, like crazy degenerate camping, spawning type Call of Duty, right? When I went to play like a battle royale game, I sucked. I was terrible. I didn't know any of the strategies. Dude, don't even get me started with building on Fortnite, okay? This was back in the day in college. But guess what happened? After the more hours I put in the game, I just got better better and better and better and better at it, because that's just how kind of most video games work. Same thing in wholesaling. When I started cold calling, I sucked. But guess what happens? I did it every single day, and I got better and better and better and better and better at it. This is why everyone's like, oh, you're 25, you're young, Zach. How are you so elite and you make so much money? It's like, I did not become this elite over the phones or talking to a seller because of how young I am. You gotta really think about it. I worked from pretty much the age of 17 to 20 years old, 15 hours a day in wholesaling, and a lot less hours after that because I became a millionaire and I was able to scale out. But I also put 9+ years basically in wholesaling real estate. 9 years. Now, of course, I make a lot of money. Trust me, I have no problem. I have no shame saying that. But before you start saying, I want to be just like you, Zach, well, how about you just dedicate your life for 9 years straight? It was always guaranteed and destined I was going to become a millionaire because of just how much time and effort I put in this business. And that's why I'm really good at talking about wholesaling. And that's why I'm so good at talking to sellers, because that's all I basically did for my first 3 or 4 years in this business. And if you always say, oh, I want to be just like Zach. Well, if you want to just be like me, do exactly what I did, right? I always use the Kobe Bryant analogy. Wow, this is my third analogy. I did racing in cars, video games, Call of Duty. Now we're going to do Kobe Bryant. I mean, it's the holy trinity of what guys like to talk about, sports, video games, and cars. But I don't know. I guess we have a demographic I'm talking about today. But everyone says this, right? Everyone's like, I want to be just like Michael Jordan. I just want to be just like Kobe Bryant. And my favorite way to talk about this is everyone used to go up to Kobe Bryant and say, I want to be just like you, Kobe. And Kobe never said this, because Kobe was one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Most athletes say, just work hard and dream on, kid. Kobe Bryant was the best, because he never lied to anyone. He always said this, okay, you want to be just like me? Then do exactly what I did. And they're like, what are you talking about? Give me the secret. Basically, from the age of 12 to 17 years old, I spent 6 hours a day practicing basketball. I dribbled in my sleep. I never went to parties. All I did was 6 hours a day, 6 days a week was just basketball training. And then all the kids are like, Kobe, I don't want to do that. Then Kobe's always like, well, if you want to get the results like me, you got to work just as hard as me. You just can't get the results without the hard work. And I'm not telling you to be just like Kobe here, but like all I'm asking is maybe 4 or 5 hours a day on the side here of wholesaling to become elite and never have to struggle about money again. Like, I mean, this is just a no-brainer deal. So to simplify wholesaling, right? If you were gonna give me a $15,000 wholesaling coaching program wired to my bank account and I just sit down with you, this is exactly what I would say. And the reason I'm talking about video games, sports, and cars is because some of you guys have this weird TikTok brain where you just can't concentrate on things. You're gonna have to kill that version of yourself if you're addicted to your phone and TikTok. Like, you just gotta lock in on wholesaling and get rich and successful. The average person in your demographic, right? If you're watching this, you're 18 years old. The average 18-year-old is addicted to their phones. They got no drive in their life. They got nothing going for them for the next 10 or 15 years, and they're going to hate their life at their 9-to-5 job after college, and they're all gonna be $250,000 in debt. You, on the other hand, are deciding you're gonna make a change in your life. And it's not gonna be fun. No one's gonna be like, oh, good job for you starting that business, son. They're like, why are you doing that? Stop doing that. That's not the right thing. You're living your dream. I never took that risk on myself and wanted to become a millionaire and living my own dream. I'm gonna bring you down with me. You have to be unordinary amongst common men. You have to be extraordinary, which is extraordinary. Everyone's like here. You need to be here. This is how you become a millionaire and different than all of your peers. You don't want to make the same money as them, so stop acting like them. Now, I'm not saying to go dump your girlfriend and get rid of all your friends, but what I'm telling you is you're going to have to make some sacrifices, and you can still keep your girl, still keep your friendships, still keep a good relationship with your parents and your family, but you gotta lock in and stop with the distractions, and you'll become a success in this business. Guys, if you want to learn wholesaling real estate for free, go to freewholesaling.com, and like always, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed